everyone. How are you doing today? This is almost our last day for AP Geo Review. And today is our second set of our mock exam questions. And I am getting here for you. Hope you've had a great day and really been getting into studying for some things. We had the Blue Angels come in today. It's pretty cool, not just to get to see them, they went right over, but then also to get to hear that. It's really cool. All right, so Ann Lindsley, Better High School here in Houston, Texas, and we are here for our second portion of our mock exams. And today's your opportunity to practice two more questions, a 25-minute question and a 15-minute question. And then tomorrow we're going to go through the answers and go through some more things to make sure you are just ready to go and nail it on Tuesday. So do keep in mind that these questions are not intended to represent the content questions that will be asked on Tuesday for. All right, so practice suggestions, make sure your device is plugged in. We've got a while here to be working on it. And you are using one of the accepted browsers and you understand all the security guidelines and consequences for using work that is not your own. All right, you guys ready? Our first exam question is going to be for 25 minutes. If you can't see that, you can access it at this tiny URL address and look at the maps, but I really don't think you need to. You need to use all the time that we have. So if you've got your typewriter, your computer keyboard ready, your pen ready, you're ready to go, we're going to begin the countdown, and make sure you read the prompt and look at everything. So on your mark, get set, go. All right, everyone, that we are now in the 5-minute period where you would submit your work. So you want to finish off the last part that you're saying if you haven't already, and don't go any further because you want to make sure this is the time period that you would then begin to upload, and you don't want to lose any of that valuable time. You want to make sure that that excellent answer you just wrote gets to go where it needs to be. So this is normally where we would take this break, and you will upload everything as I just said, and then you're going to get ready to write the second question and however you're going to do that. So I need everyone to pretend like you are following through and finishing up that upload, and now you're going to get ready to write the second question. And in the second question here, remember this one's going to be for 15 minutes. And in this particular question, you're going to need to do the same thing. If you're writing, or if you're going to end up photographing it, or if you're writing it on your computer itself. So we don't lose any more time. We're going to go ahead and go past the remaining almost 4 minutes that's left, 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and go ahead and go to our second question now. So I'm going to go over to that, and we're going to go ahead and start our second question. And my come on, let's go. All right, so here's our second question. Remember, this one is going to be for 15 minutes. I didn't say this earlier, but I'm going to say it right now since we're doing a mock. Make sure you enumerate your answers for yourself. And once again, if you can't see this map, you can go to the tinyURL link and pull it out of the file and look at it that way. Otherwise, let's get started. We have 15 minutes for this, and I'll stop you at that time so we can upload. Good luck. All right, everyone. That is our 15-minute time. And now we're in the 5-minute period of time where you would be uploading or starting to upload your last question. So finish out that sentence real quick here now. And we're going to go ahead and start talking about what we would be doing during this time. And I have also set an alarm so that we can see how long this 5 minutes is going to take. Miss Brandt did this the other day, and I think it was highly effective to give you an idea of how long 5 minutes can be when you have everything working right, or panicking of how 5 minutes can be very short if you're stressing out, because once again, you didn't plan everything out, prepare everything. So, all right, well, those were two interesting questions, and I hope you enjoyed writing them. So as we are moving toward uploading everything, for our first look at our first option that we had. Once again, this was a copy and paste option. You recall that we've asked that you create a split screen on your computer if this is your plan to work on your computer. And with a split screen, you're able to look at the question and then you're able to write on the other side. And in the case of this one, you are going to copy what you wrote down, what you typed out, I'm sorry. You're going to copy what you typed and making sure that your AP ID is on the top of it, as well as your initials. And then you are going to copy that and paste it into the submission box that will be on the AP site with your exam ticket, everything that shows you the question. Okay. And the timer that was showing you also is going to be very similar to exactly what is very similar to what is you will be seeing as well in terms of where it's located, and that it counts down and then turns red for the 5-minute period of time that you have to upload it. So that gives you the indication that that 5 minutes is being counted down. So option one was to copy and paste what you had typed. And then now we're at 3 minutes, by the way. And then in option two, this is where you would have typed something out on a document, saved that document, could be in Google Docs, Microsoft Word, Notes, whatever similar application you use. Now you're going to save it as a .doc or as a PDF or as a text file. And now you are going to upload that as a text file onto the screen. I'm not sure if you can see the mock-up image here, but you would have two buttons, a photo button and a text button. And so if you're going to upload the text, you would submit it in under the text button. And then you would click submit for that. Now, that's if you typed it on the computer. Now we are almost at 2 minutes. And our other option was that we hand wrote it. We hand wrote it so that it's legible, hopefully, keep that in mind. That's a big issue, guys. And from your handwritten image, you're then going to take a photo of it with your cell phone. And then you are going to transfer that to the AP site so that you can submit your answer. Now that could be in a JPEG or in a PNG, any of those photo type formats. And when you look for the upload portion, once again, here on that particular window, you'll see that photo image. And that's what you'll be submitting your written copy that you took a photo of. Make sure that, a little bit of advice, I've had to tell my own students this, make sure that when you do this, you don't do it at an angle. When you hover over your picture, you're writing to take the photo of it. If you do it at an angle, it's going to be blurry, and then it takes different colors. It makes it black on one end of it. You can't see it. So make sure that your camera is parallel to your sheet. Okay, it's exactly square over what you're writing. The other option also is to find the scan feature, but that's a whole nother issue. So if you know how to do it, I would do it with that. So now we're at 1 minute, and you will have already submitted your response. And so once you've submitted your response, one of the portions that we want to be really careful with and make sure everyone follows really carefully, you don't click, if you don't click submit with each of those questions before the timer runs out, your response will not count. Now we're down to 30 seconds now. So once you click submit, your response may continue to transfer depending on the bandwidth and everything that you have. it's going to transfer in the background. And that's particularly important for your first question, because your first question could feasibly still be uploading while you are writing the second question. And then at the end, don't be in a haste to close everything out just because you click submit. Wait until you get the message that says your AP exam is complete. Once you get that message, then you can go and celebrate the year's over, everything, call your teacher. All right, that's our timer. So all of that took 5 minutes to do, by the way. So once you click that submit and you get that final your AP exam is complete message, you're good to go. Go email your teacher, get online with your teacher, let your teacher know how fabulous they prepared you, okay? And how comfortable you were, and that you tell them everything you know, because they're going to get to see your papers pretty quick. If your response continues to transfer after the exam ends, just wait, just let it do it, okay, guys? All right, all else fails, there's a giant power failure right at the end or something, okay? Something doesn't go right, okay? What you will then do is scroll back to these videos, these last couple of videos, and you'll want to go back and find cb.org/request makeup to explain the situation and request the e-ticket so that you can take the June makeup exam, okay? Go ahead and do it. This didn't take you all that long to do. You've already studied for it. All you need to do is then just go and take the June makeup exam, as long as you tell them that something whatever didn't happen work right, okay? But it is up to their call to determine whether or not it went. You can't just take a makeup because you didn't like the questions. All right. You also, when you are in the process of submitting your files, you're going to see this attached text file or attached photos and see the word submit. And then or pasting your work in, submit. You have to click that submit button. Okay, guys? Okay. All right. So anyway, we are now at the end of that mock exam. And once again, I'll remind you, if you didn't get how those exam questions were working, say this is the first day you ever tuned in, well, you should go back and watch all the rest of the videos. But anyway, once again, your question 1, your question 2, you just saw how question 1 had 2 stimuli and how question 2 had 1 stimuli. I hope you saw that when you were going through the questions, both from Monday and from today, you saw that the questions were pulling and overlapping with different units. They were asking the questions as a whole, different skills. You saw the describe, you saw the explain, you saw the compare, you saw the apply it to examples or apply it to concepts, okay? And you also saw different issues dealing with the scale of the map and the scale of data, all right? So we saw everything that this whole course has, all right? So what are we going to do now? Well, first of all, we're going to make sure we do the 5 things that we talked about last week and earlier this week as well about getting ready for the exam. And College Board has some more tips and points for you to get ready for the exam. And that address is right here, cb.org/AP2020. Get ready. Make sure you have your AP ID. If all else fails, you can go to your College Board page and get your exam ticket from there. If it doesn't arrive, remember it has to arrive. It will arrive 2 days before. Our magic date is May 12th. May 12th. And if you haven't already practiced uploading, hey, I'd do anything to eliminate the unknown and the stress. So I would practice this. You know what? I'd practice it for every single one of my AP exams, just to make sure I got this down for English. I got it down for Geo, got it down for Calc, Physics. Go ahead, just practice it. All right, guys. So what else do you need to do? Okay, so here's the teacher mom and me. Get yourself organized. I told my own kids this, please get yourself organized for each one of your AP exams. You have a great opportunity here to be able to take other classes in college, or also to extend on some of these courses, save money in some cases. You know, there's a lot gained from stretching yourself and forcing yourself through some of these courses when you'd rather just go outside and do something else. But I can promise you, I watch it all the time. Doing these kinds of advanced preparations does pay off. And it's hard to tell you your future, but it does. So get yourself organized. Decide what are all of the papers that you think you might need to openly be able to help you with it. Remember, you cannot contact anyone. Forget trying to think that you're going to use the internet. Don't do that. Don't do anything that sets itself up for cheating. You prepare your documents and you keep them to yourself. Y'all, plug your computer in, know where your power cable is. Don't loan your power cable to anybody, siblings, parents, anybody. You need your power cable, all right? And this is why you need your power cable. Make sure your internet is working. Be ready to go. Pull out that exam day checklist that College Board is going to provide for you. It's 3 pages and it's check marks and it helps you write everything down. Do it, okay? It won't kill you. And then on the day of the exam, you're going to prepare an hour ahead of time to get things ready. A half hour before, you're going to log in so you can access your AP exam ticket, okay? And then you're just going to rearrange everything so that it's all ready to go. You know where your pages are. Take some big, deep breaths, okay? You're going to warn everyone that they need to be quiet. You need to be able to concentrate, okay? And then lastly, if you want some more things to double check on, you're tired of answering everyone else's questions, send them to this handy dandy list of all these different AP websites to help you. Here's the exam day checklist, a walkthrough video if you want to have your parents watch that so that they know what you need to do. 5 days before. There's another video on that. We've been talking about that for several days. The rules, your mom says you really can't cheat on this. Well, we're not going to call it cheating. We're letting you use notes. So here's your exam rules. Everything is here. And those of you taking music theory and world languages, here's your information on that in case you haven't heard. So College Board is trying to provide every answer that they can possibly think of that you might need to be able to get a hold of. So please, please make it worth your while. And so everyone can do fabulous so that all of us that are going to be reading your papers can just go like, wow, fabulous. These kids are great. Okay, that's what we want to see. All right, so as a special treat, because we've been through so many things the last 7 weeks, finishing out the 2 units and then trying to convince you that some of this does come into these other units, particularly the economic stuff, and going in and going through all the skills and the big ideas and then straightening out some of the content with you, everything. And then the mock exams this week. Oh my gosh, we've done a lot. So tomorrow, Friday, we have a treat for you. On Friday, Dr. Lee Schwartz, he is the geographer for the United States. He's GOTUS, the geographer of the United States. And he is going to be joining us on Friday. He's great. Okay. My friend Lily Monk up in Baltimore helped to get us in touch with him. And he is going to join us on Friday, and we're going to have Slido open so you can send some thoughtful questions. They will be filtered. And he's going to talk to you about what it means to be the geographer of the United States of America, and be sending us off on an inspirational experience as we go into our geographic exam period on Tuesday. Tomorrow, we're going to go over these exam questions, look at the answers, possible answers that you could have put in there, and go through and hash out, making sure that you answer the questions according to what those task verbs were asking you to do. All right, guys. Anything else? I hope everyone was good, and I hope you have been able to see, be a little bit more comfortable seeing what some of these exam questions can be structured like and how everything's going to come together. So I wish you a good evening. Go outside, explore your geography, and we will see you tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys.